Hi, it's Missy again. I'm going to explain about my home's backyard. It's large. The soil is rich in Arizona. You might imagine Arizona to be all flat with dust, old, and some tumbleweeds rolling, but that is not true. My home's backyard has a lot of trees. There's a fig tree, 3 lemon trees, citrus tree, grapefruit tree, and worst of all, bamboo tree. It's 25 feet tall. How do I maintain them, you might ask? Well, my home has an irrigation system. Every day for 2 weeks, every 3 hours, a canal opens up and releases water. It goes through this special pipe which releases water every 3 hours and creates a lake on the grass, which makes driving a problem. All good. When you get in a car and drive around, the water moves and the area becomes wet. The soil is rich and has worm, which means that it's good. I decided I needed to shovel the garden and make it perfect. I didn't realize that it would be difficult. I thought it was no big deal. I was like, it's all good. I don't need help. And my husband said, fine, go ahead. And I felt like a fancy farmer. I want to put special soil into the garden. With more soil, the garden would be perfect. Normally, before adding soil, you would make a wooden frame and remove grass from inside. After, I used a jackhammer in the area until the dirt is good, then put more soil into the garden. A big truck backs up and pours the soil into it and creates a dirt pyramid. I used a shovel to level it. Afterwards, the seeds are planted, which I easily understood. There are 4 kinds of seeds: cabbage, spinach, pepper, and squash. But I was a beginner. And I didn't realize the cabbage is growing fast. I put down 1 seed, one by one, very meticulously, and they grew one by one. I was like, screw it, and start pouring the seeds in a line. I planted spinach and pepper seeds as well. I remember after planting it, they grow real big.
And I planted a few red pepper seeds.
That's too fast.
I remember my mom had told me I should only plant 1 spinach because only 1 seed grows really big and takes over the whole space. So I surrounded the spinach with a huge ditch. My mom explained to me that placing the seeds close to each other would also destroy the plant, but placing the seed far apart would be fine. I know I need to water my plants, so I use sprinklers to water them. I pleaded for my plants to grow. The next day, birds were circling all around my garden and coming down and pecking at my seeds. I shooed seeing all those birds made me realize why farms have scarecrows. It's because birds love to dig into the ground and eat the seeds, which destroys my garden. It made me really frustrated, so I screamed and waved my hands at causing the birds to fly away. All that week, my spinach didn't grow, and I was disappointed. In the next row over, the red pepper seeds didn't even grow. Not even a little bit. in the next row, the squash grew a little, and I was kind of excited. And the lettuce had huge sprouts. And I saw it, and I was like, okay, wow. All that week, I watched the plants, and the lettuce and spinach grew a lot. It was crazy. Looking over the work I did, it was perfect. My cat loved jumping at the bird that came down to pick at my crops. There were bugs that were crawling all over my plants. I was digging through the plants when I realized those bugs were not good for my garden. I was very relieved, and I sprayed the plants with organic insecticide, which means cleared out. Her son was looking through the plants one by one, and after doing that, the lettuce grew a lot more, which made me very happy. Since there was so much lettuce growing, I started to eat a lot of it. Day after day, I would lettuce the same with other plants I grew. Same with the spinach, I ate a lot of it too. However, the end red pepper still hasn't grown. That whole row, nothing grew, and I was very dejected. I'm the next row over.